Yo, what's good? It's your boy B Co. And today I want to show you guys how to take your melodies and add some variation to them so they're not so repetitive. So yeah, stick around. Enjoy the video. Remember to like and subscribe and share it so other people can subscribe. Thank you guys so much, and let's get into it. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys how I do this. I'm gonna be using Alicia Keys' piano, and I'm just about to record some MIDI real quick, and yeah, show you guys how to do this. All right, so that's pretty simple. I hit Control Q to quantize that. So here's what we got. So right off the bat, so let's say I just wanted to loop that again. I keep hearing that through the whole beat. I'm gonna start getting bored after a while. So here's another way I do it. So I'll go ahead and highlight this and then add another, basically copy and paste it to the next channel. So one thing I do right off bat is I'll start inverting it. So I'll go ahead and play this real quick. So alright, so that's boring, right? So I'll go to the second part and I'll highlight one and I'll move it up an octave. So basically it's going to be in the same key, but it's going to be in a higher tone. So I'll hit Control and the up arrow to go up an octave on this. So now it's going to sound like this. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Same thing with this one. Same thing with this one. So that was cool, but I'm gonna take this one instead and go up, see what that sounds like. So now this is what I got. So that sounds pretty dope right there. It sounds pretty unique, and there's more variation to it. So another thing I like to do too to make the chords sound fuller is I'll highlight all the bottom notes, which are like the bass notes of this. So all those are highlighted. I'll hold shift and I'll hit the left click it. So now that basically duplicated it. And I'll hit Control down to go to another octave. So now it's going to be in a deeper tone. So you'll hear it right here. So I'm going to take all these notes and make them the same velocity. And then while the notes are highlighted, if you ever want to change the velocity, go up and down, you hold shift and then you scroll down and it kind of does them all at the same time. So we got that. So that's kind of like the premise of our chords right there. So so another thing I like to do with like pianos and stuff, turn it into a wave and then reverse it. I'll show you how to do that right now. So the tool I'm going to use is Edison. Let's go ahead and pop that open. So I'm about to record my MIDI into this and it's going to turn it into wave. So hit record, hit play on this. right, so that should be good. So this is what I just played, as you can tell. All right, so as you can see, like this little spot right here is kind of open. So to get rid of that, I hit this right here, which is the trim tool, close it all off, and I'll go to this and put snap to grid. So basically, it's all on tempo. Actually, scratch that. Well, keep that same idea, but first I go here and I'll edit properties, and I'll push tempo sync, and it'll automatically say I'm in 80 because I am in 80 up here. Push accept. And you see how these lines are like perfect with the waveform. Turn this up. So I don't need this one, so I delete that. And I'll take this and put it here. And you'll see it sync up perfectly. So I'm gonna double click on this, put this in generic mode. I'm gonna grab my original MIDI, which is right here. So right off the bat, I like to take this, maybe go up another octave and put it in reverse. So that's what it sounds like in reverse. So let me see. So I'm gonna keep it in the same octave. So, but what I like to do is have it sound reverse but still play forward. And what I mean by that is, so I'll chop these up. And I'll bring this here and just have this follow suit. I probably didn't have to chop it so fine-tuned to do this, but you'll see what I mean. Oops. So now it's gonna sound like this. So let's hear it with this. Alright, so let's get the levels right for these. So I'm going to take this and put them in the channel. So it kind of has like this pulsating feel, where it's like coming in, going down, and then the terminology was terrible, but you know what I mean. And then you just mess with it. So I'm gonna go back to this higher octave. So I'm gonna keep it the same. So let's say I want another melody. I can still work off these chords by copy, paste, and then turn these into like a arpeggiator, which is like I push Alt A and it kind of chops them up. So you can mess with those. So I'm just gonna push accept, and I'm gonna go up several octaves to kind of give it some more variation. So 1, 2, 3. So let's center those together. So yeah, that's a few ways. Appreciate you guys watching. Peace.